Radio Freccia. Libera come noi.
So, how are you? Are you in the UK?
I am in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
And yeah, after the album was finished, we did a performance on UK TV.
Okay.
Now we don't know if we can get back to America, but it's cool. It's nice to be home.
Yeah, is that the house you grew up in?
No. My parents are like gypsies. They move every 2-3 years, so we're always moving.
That's really cool, though. Okay, let me just say welcome to Radio Freccia so that all the fans see you and Luke Spiller from the Struts. So you grew up in a family that was always moving when you were a child, so you were not always in the same place as well?
No. I mean, always kind of moving every 2-3 years, always going to a new school, always making new friends, and it was a funny sort of like childhood, but it was great as well simultaneously.
Yeah, I can see that. You could always change your personality or your character. It was always like a new beginning, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's probably the beginning of the life of an artist, isn't it?
Ooh.
Always changing. So, the last time we met, you were about to go to Spain for the EMAs. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. And I remember we did a brilliant show.
Yeah.
It was good. I was like, whoa. Yeah, that was great going to Spain. And the EMAs were something quite unique, and I just wish we were bigger. You know, I don't like walking down the red carpet unless like everybody knows who I am. I think we were right in front BTS, and there was like a couple of cameras like shooting with us, and then they walked past and everyone was like I was like, oh, fuck's sake. I was like, can we get big already? Can we get huge?
Yeah, you must be bigger than BTS. I'm sure it will happen, man. I'm sure. You just have to sing in Korean, right? They sing in Korean
and get another 5 or 6 members in the band.
If you want some from Radio Freccia, we can join you. We are ready to be on tour and join you. We sing in Italian.
There we go.
Not very, very useful. And did you manage to see Green Day? Did you talk to them?
Yeah, we did, and it was really nice actually. We not only did we share the stage with them, but we said like a quick hello before and after, and they really enjoyed our set, and they won an award that night, and the EMAs kind of put us next to each other. So bass player kind of got up when they got announced as the winners, and he like shook my hand and everything. I was like, oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, and Adam, he was freaking out.
Of course he was.
Yeah, you told me you would. So talking about being on stage, you will be back in Italy next summer on the 11th of June. That's really cool. Are you happy about it? Did you miss being on tour?
Yes and no. Okay. I miss the crew and the band, and obviously like getting out and kind of traveling, but I've also enjoyed being at home and sort of really thinking about like where is it that we go next and what are we going to do, and with music, image, everything. So it's been a productive time. I haven't just been too lazy, but yeah, I mean, if we get back out, that'd be brilliant. I'd love that.
Yeah, and I mean, talking about not being on tour and talking about your creativity, it really helped you since like your new album, Strange Days, it was created in 10 days.
Yeah, I mean, we were all so excited just to get in the studio and make something. We had no idea what we were going to make, what it was going to sound like. We just knew that this was a scenario that we've always wanted to be part of. And yeah, I mean, I think that's why it was so extremely prolific. It was just, we were just so, like, we were full of electricity, like, come on, let's go. And, you know, it was great, really, really productive.
Yeah, I mean, if you just could describe those 10 days being just the guys and the producer all together in the same place, because you were at your producer's house and studio, right? In Los Angeles.
Yeah, exactly. And it was the perfect combination of excitement and enthusiasm. I had also done quite a lot of work on making some like lyrical ideas and lots of song titles and a few song ideas. And Adam had lots and lots of guitar riffs. So every time we finished something, we always had something else. There was always like we were always one step ahead of ourselves. So it was great. It was real magic. And I think that we captured that enthusiasm and excitement on this record.
Yeah, you can definitely hear that. What was the first song? Like the beginning of the creation of the album, the first song you released or wrote?
First one was All Dressed Up with Nowhere to Go.
To go.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a fun one. We were like, come on, let's just like. I mean, the whole record was written under the sort of mindset that we're not going to try and write any kind of singles. We're not going to think about a record label or the radio. We're just going to do something for our fans. That was it. So All Dressed Up with Nowhere to Go really set the tone of like what we were going to be kind of doing, and yeah, it came out really cool.
But did you spend time dressing up with Nowhere to Go during like your lockdown?
Yeah, of course. Well, the song's about my motorbike, so
Okay.
It was that frustrating thing where I had this really nice new bike, and I could go and sort of like
In the neighborhood.
Yeah, but I had no one to ride with, and I couldn't. We you know, you can't go on dates and like pick a girl up and go driving and have fun, and it was kind of born out of that. But it's meant to be this kind of love song about the bike, which is kind of cheeky and fun. So
yeah, is it a metaphor to freedom as well, maybe?
It's
like,
a what?
Is like the bike a metaphor for freedom?
Yeah, exactly. Freedom and also like getting out on the road as well. I think it kind of like stands for all of that. And it was just like, it was definitely a phrase that kept coming up, like all dressed up with nowhere to go. I'd seen it on Instagram and with the other guys, and yeah, it just became like something that you kept hearing. That was all the lyrics. Most of the lyrics were from things that I kept hearing people talk about, people say, and things that I would read. So it was a very observant record as well.
Yeah, it is the product of the period it was recorded in. So like Strange Days itself, it's like the words that we keep on hearing even now. It's strange days going on, strange things going on.
Yeah, strange, science fiction and paranoia, panic, everything that kind of comes with that. And I'm really happy that we managed to capture like these very bizarre times in little fragments on the whole entire record. There's all these little tiny little droplets of relevant lyrics, you know?
Yeah, it feels like every song has its own story. Like, for example, Cool or I Can't Sleep. Can't Sleep was just like those kind of songs where you can find yourself in. We all have been waiting for someone to call us, but that person never called and you just can't sleep. So that was just like I felt like that. It was like an experience of stories while hearing the album, the record.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I really think that lyrically it's been my most personal storytelling to date, and a lot of it was born out of my own experiences, which is something that I haven't really done before on previous records, but it kind of just felt natural on this one. So I spilled all the beans on this record.
Okay, so it's very Luke Spiller.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and tell me about, like, there are some great artists on this album. There's Robbie Williams, you have Albert Hammond Jr., you have Tom Morello, Def Leppard. How did you manage to create music with them, since you were not in the same place, right?
No, so all of the music was written before they kind of got involved, which was even more interesting. So myself, John, and the band we crafted these songs, and when we were kind of writing them, it was kind of obvious, like, okay, this one would really suit this guy and this person. And I just kind of, before going into the studio, just for the hell of it, I was like, hey, all of them at some point, like, going to be going to the studio. If there's a song, would you like to be involved? And they all said yes. So we kind of knew in the back of our heads that this person's down, this person's down, this person's down. So when we were doing another hit of Showmanship, it was like, this is so indie. Let's do Albert Hammond Jr. and so on and so forth.
Like, even the Strokes, since we're talking about Albert Hammond Jr., they released their last album, New Abnormal, during the lockdown. Have you listened to that record?
I listened to a few tracks, and yeah, I think it was such a bizarre time to put out music, because, I mean, I know the Strokes one wasn't written in the pandemic, and I really do feel for people that wrote albums before the global lockdown happened, because it's kind of, if I'm not going to say it's a waste, because it's always great to put out new stuff, but I think when you're surrounded by all of these news stories, everything like that, it's good to sort of pick up a record which is talking about that, and it can sort of like improve the situation and improve your day and make you think more positively about things. But yeah, I did hear it and I thought it was good.
Yeah, so you think it like artists in general should have taken inspiration from this period, maybe, to make their music more powerful in a kind of way?
Yeah, I think they are, and if they don't, I think it's just going to be very confusing. I can't, I mean, I don't think anyone in the last 30, 40 years has kind of experienced something on this level with such global awareness. It's going to be very difficult for artists, musicians to not talk about it. And if they don't, I'll be very surprised, you know, because no one...
Yeah, because it affects everyone's life. It's daily.
Yeah.
Something you think about every day, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, we did it in like our own way, where it was kind of just, it was in the back of your head. It's not like Strange Days isn't a COVID-19 album. It's still the Struts and it's still rock, but it just has like little bits here and there. I mean, obviously the title track is very of the time. But other than that, everything else is just a little bit tongue-in-cheek.
So, talking about the songs in the album, there's just one cover, and I was very happy to hear that, because you know that, I don't have to tell you that, but every time you think about the Struts and someone makes a comparison between you and a band from the past, it's obviously someone else. It's Queen, it's another kind of sound. But Kiss, that was super cool. Why did you pick up that song? Why that band? Are they an inspiration for you?
Well, this is the truth behind that whole entire idea.
Okay.
In late 2019, myself and Adam were in the studio working on a follow-up album to Young and Dangerous. And I always make like reference playlists of songs I enjoy the sound, and Do You Love Me by the band Girl was a song that I was made aware of by one of my managers, and I just loved it. I just loved it so much. Then we started recording Strange Days, and I find out that Phil, the guitar player from Def Leppard, was in the band Girl, and he recorded the guitars for the version that I really enjoyed, the Girl version of Do You Love Me. So I thought, okay, well, if we record this, then maybe Joe and Phil from Def Leppard might want to go on that song.
Okay.
And we finished it, and I was really excited, and I gave it to them, and then they were like, nah, we don't want to do that. And I was like, oh, okay. So we had this cover, which was still fun, and they politely declined, and we ended up doing I Hate How Much I Want You instead, which was much better. And it just kind of left us with this not bizarre, but quite random cover. But it works. It works. It's really fun, really glam. Yeah, I like it.
Oh, so that's really cool, because you always have cool stories behind the songs, but it's always stories that people don't accept them to be. Like, I was thinking about you telling me, oh, I love that song, I grew up listening to it. It's not like that. But so since you're telling me cool stories, just tell me something really fun that happened during the 10 days while you were recording it. Just one. Like a bromance story, something like that.
I mean, one thing that was really cool was that I think it was on like the 4th day, or maybe the 5th. I think it was the 5th day, and we'd recorded and written 8 songs. And I remember waking up that morning, and everything was happening so quick. I was just on my phone and having some coffee and smoking a cigarette, and I literally thought I was in a dream and that I was going to wake up. It was that prolific that I almost I couldn't believe it was actually happening.
Yeah.
I was like, we're doing like 2-3 songs a day, and they're all really good. You know, they're not like okay. They're like exciting and raw and intelligent. And that day we started working on a song. It was Am I Talking to the Champagne? And it was a very different kind of idea. And that was the first day where people started to second guess, and we were overthinking. And I was like, look, let's go to the pool and get drunk on some beers. And let's have the day off. Like, we've written 7 songs. Like, we've got like 5 days to go. Let's just fucking chill out. So we all got really drunk by the pool, and we just like listened to music. And then the next day we did 3 songs.
And you finished the record the next day.
Yeah.
And were you still drunk?
No.
No, come on.
We were daytime drinking, so we started drinking at about 12 at midday. So we were all like plastered by about 6, and like eating dinner like, yeah.
I can't imagine you.
You know what I mean? But it was good, and I think that was a kind of like a really special day, and it teaches you that sometimes when you come up against the wall and you're kind of overthinking, it's just better to be like, oh, who cares? I'm gonna have fun, and then see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, we have our whole life to worry about things. You can just take one day off not to think about problems. Yeah, I agree. And talking about the songs, okay, I'm gonna tell you my favorite, and that is Wild Child.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a good song. I love that song. And I just wanted to ask you a thing, if you can do it. If you can, doesn't matter. But since I got so many messages from your fans telling me how much they love the record, you know, your Italian fan base is crazy, and they were just very excited. I just wanted to ask you if you could sing just the refrain of Wild Child a cappella for them. Could you do that?
How does it begin? Oh, Where I'm pleasure and I'm worth for the pain. Just like thunder always follows rain. Till you out of fast smoking wheels. I'll be your hero from the movie reels. With my style that's instant classic. That looks fast and magic. Well, you want to taste and that's alright. I'm coming fully loaded and you're in my sight tonight.
Thank you. I love it. Especially because you say that you were born on a blood red moon. No, like, yeah, it says like that, right? The refrain.
Born on a blood red moon, yeah.
Yeah, love that. And can you say just like hi to our Italian fans and just say thanks because they're really supportive. I swear, like when we said that we were gonna talk about the album, I got like DMs on my personal Instagram account and people were like, thank you.
Really?
I'll say hi to, yeah. I mean, do you remember the last time you played on stage in Italy? It was insane.
All I know is that Italy has given us our highest performing single. I think Strange Days has actually entered like the top 40 chart. So,
Okay.
and I think it got to, I don't know where it is at the moment. It's kind of hard to keep up, but I do know that Italy has given us our most successful song to date. But hi, it's Luke Spiller here from the Struts. And I just wanted to say to all of our amazing, beautiful Italian fans, thank you so much for all of your love and support. You're the biggest and fastest growing fan base in the entire world for the Struts. And for that, we thank you so much. We love you and we can't wait to see you again. Stay safe and stay happy.
Yeah, with your music, we will be happy because the record is, I know nowadays using the word positive is kind of weird, but I mean, it's positive vibes, let's say that.
Yeah. Not positive results, positive vibes.
Positive vibes, yeah. I every time I say, yeah, I keep positive, people are like, no, don't say that because it brings bad luck and stuff. So, thank you very much. So, Strange Days is out. We will be talking about it today on air. So we're going to listen to all the songs. I will tell some of the things you told me. And we will see you on the 11th of June in Milan. It will be great. I just wish you the very best to you and to the rest of the band.
Thank you very much. I literally can't wait to get back out there. It's quickly turning into our favorite place to play in the entire world. And I really mean that. So God bless you all.
Thank you so much. You are probably becoming our favorite band, but don't tell that to anybody, okay?
Okay, I won't. Thank you.
Bye, Luke.
See you in a bit, love. Bye.
Ciao. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Radio Freccia. Libera come noi.